channel. Today I'd like to present before you, on the request of one of my subscribers, the recipe for fish fingers. Normally we have seen fish fingers being made with the slices of fish being cut and brought to the typical size that we want. But this time, today I am trying to present before you a fish recipe, a fish finger recipe in fact, which you can make with any type of fish. All you need to do is that debone the fish and make it. We are therefore going to present a different type of fish fingers. Let's try it out. I have taken here around 5 pieces of fish there, and I'll just put some salt according to the taste, right? And I'll add a 1 teaspoon of ginger garlic paste and say 1 teaspoon of this is cumin powder or jeera powder, 1.5 of course, this, and 1 small teaspoon of coriander powder and a little bit of haldi powder. Okay, the haldi powder also goes in, and now I'm going to give it a nice mix. Put the marinated pieces of fish into the pressure cooker, and this will go in slow flame for 2 whistles. As you can see, I have not used any extra water. It's just a marinade that's going with it. So please keep it on very slow flame. After 2 whistles with the minimal of actually no water at all, this is how the fish looks. Now I'm going to debone the entire fish, all these pieces of fish, so that I can proceed to make our the fingers. This is how it looks after all the deep bones have been removed, and now the skin I'll just take out this portion because I do not need them in the finger. Now I'm going to put in say 1 boiled potato. I had boiled the potato only in water. I hadn't given any salt because otherwise I'll not get an idea of how much salt I actually have put in, right? So that way this also goes in. One more thing that I put in here just as a binding element is 1 big teaspoon of corn flour. The teaspoon of corn flour goes in, and of course some breadcrumbs, fresh breadcrumbs. So I'll put in, say this is 1 and 1 more tablespoon of breadcrumbs, and apart from that of course I'll also need to put some salt there according to your taste, and just a small teaspoon of pepper powder. So I'm going to mix all of them together. If you want, we can put coriander leaves here just for that Indian touch. So I'll just put in some coriander leaves also. Next I'm putting in some coriander leaves. I just cannot stay without them, I guess, and some mozzarella cheese, say 1 big tablespoon of mozzarella cheese. And now I'll give it a nice mix with the hand and roll out into finger shapes, right? And that way, actually at this stage, if you want, you can just taste for the salt as well, and if the salt is less, you can put in. Alright, so that's done. Okay, now we're going to make them into fingers and keep them refrigerated before we actually fry them. So take a small amount and use both your hands and roll them into finger shapes like this. Next, you take some breadcrumbs in a dish and then smear it up with a breadcrumb like this, right? This will make it crispy. Alright, this way I repeat for all others as well. So just roll them up and then nicely try to make fingers from all of them. Okay, and roll them out again this way and then keep them. So these are the 9 beautiful fish fingers that I have. They're going to the refrigerator at least for half an hour to gather themselves up before they. So these are my fish fingers out from the refrigerator. I had it refrigerated for almost 2 hours now. I've heated up the oil here, and now we're going to fry it. You decide how much oil you want and how many you want to fry along. Like I've just decided I'll just do it in a lot. So here I've given some around 4 or 5 tablespoons of vegetable oil. So I'm dropping in as many as possible and we'll fry them. We need to remember, however, that everything is boiled and everything is cooked. It is just we need to get that crisp on the this lay on the fingers there. Try to do it on medium flame and give some time for the fingers to be crispy. Just turn them over this way. So now they've become golden brown in fact and look very, very crispy. It's time for them to be out. So these are my fish fingers for you. It's crispy, it's nice, and it's going to be really, really yummy. You can see how hard and very nice they are. They look very crispy. Okay, so in fact I can just break one and show it to you. This is how it goes. See, it's beautiful inside. So I hope you like this recipe of mine. Do give a like and a thumbs up, and of course subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Thank you so much for watching.